working twice as hard for something you already got. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Friends are coming through the door. Wheels are spinning on the floor. We don't know what we don't know. That's the only way to grow. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. What you're looking for is in your hand, been there all along. Pour another cup and pull a chair. Sing along. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Hey! Hey!
Good morning, HubSpot Nation. Welcome to another Orange Morning. It is Monday. It is August 2026. Oaks, Casey, good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Happy
morning.
Monday.
Indeed. August. We're in August already.
I know we are. It is the month before Unbound officially.
I don't think that's correct. I think it's still like 3 months until Unbound or so, something like that. I think
Split the
there's
difference.
plenty of
Yeah.
time.
It's about 7 weeks.
Don't have to
I
worry about
think
it.
we're out. Yeah. So plenty of time for the team to unload 9 update days like today. In anticipation of Unbound, but this one's super interesting because we've got some deprioritization happening today.
We're having a sunset day instead of a sunrise.
Another orange evening.
Another orange evening.
Yeah, I think we even designed for that mode. If you want dark mode on the website, you can have it. Yeah, so let's hit these. We've got optimized social caption, social media agent, and create social posts with AI in app.
It's worth noting, like, these all feel related.
Right.
Like, it feels like one thing is kind of getting sunset. It just has multiple.
Yeah.
pieces.
So let's pick the social media agent
Mhm.
to hit on. When will it be sunset? The social post agent will be sunset on September 4th, 2026. It still is an AI-powered assistant that helps you generate and publish social media posts faster and on brand. It's built directly into HubSpot and turns key dates, events, and moments into content across LinkedIn, X, Instagram, and more. It is enabled from Agent Hub, formerly known as Breeze Studio. As AI capabilities have advanced, we are refocusing our investment on experiences with stronger brand context and channel-specific optimization. So going beyond the holidays,
Yeah.
I guess, right?
Yeah, National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, everyone's favorite. It's interesting to see the examples just here, and all of these images look very AI too, but that's fine. But this does give kind of a sense of what the agent was designed to do, which was find the obscure holiday and find a reason for you to post about it.
Yeah. And there's a subset of folks where, if executed correctly, this would have been very helpful to get them from no posts to building post muscles, right? But if you didn't get past just letting the calendar do it for you, then you probably didn't see much value.
Yeah.
But yeah, it says users can continue to create social content using Breeze Assistant. We will also be sunsetting social identity, the settings panel for per network hashtags, keywords, and emoji preferences. Brand identity can be used for brand context going forward. That's an interesting piece as well, because I thought that was a well-liked piece of settings update.
The social identity, I kind of liked it too. And I liked that you could have a different personality on LinkedIn than Instagram. Like you could kind of tweak per platform. But have to imagine that something else is coming. Like,
Yeah.
I'm surprised to see like create social posts with AI in app is getting sunset and optimizing social captions, but it's hard to imagine that all of this is happening without something else in the wings.
Yeah. I have been waiting for the moment to start seeing more sunsetting, because they're developing in the same direction across many teams. And when you see what things like teamwork can do, like I hope that it's basically just these updates coming off the rows of the spreadsheet, and like all forming like the Breeze juggernaut, basically. Breeze can do everything. So just go click on Breeze Assistant and tell what you want. Right.
Yeah. I'm with Casey. I think this really feels like a good shift in focus to centralizing some of like where this effort is pointed. Like in the Agent Hub, they feature those 5 panes that are kind of meant to represent how the built-in agents support the customer lifecycle, and AEO represents the top or the start of that pane, but social as a motion isn't really represented there. There's a lot of other things that aren't represented there, or that are kind of folded into agents, and there's still some gaps, and I would argue some like opportunity to increase alignment with how businesses actually operate with that 5-pane view of Agent Hub. But I very much see like that, per network, implementation details settings being something that can be handled and defined at the context level or at the agent level for generating that content and running a social strategy. So, I'm very much interpreting it that same way.
Yeah. For reference, I believe you're speaking about this view.
Speaking of that, yes. Like social kind of fits into the AEO right now because it does recommend social posts, but it doesn't close the loop on that kind of stuff fully yet. There's some overlap, and like having a unified tool set for that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. Like maybe just one of these actually can be found at the single stage of the journey. Whereas,
really, which one is that? Because I don't know of any.
I think deal progression gets closest as far as what this actually does
for first time and single purchase customer flows, not for any other.
Yeah. not for any of the reasons that, prospecting and AEO and customer agent can also be used across the journey. Like people are buying constantly in those other situations. Yeah, I agree with you there.
We're and I am criticizing only because I care. Like this really is a, we're early in this Agent Hub and agentic, blah blah blah, whatever you want to call this. Like I view this as ultimately this is a flow chart, not a 5-stage progression where like, oh, we have one agent in each of these stages, right? And then it's more like how do our customers work, and then we have agents that reflect those things. But progress,
because this is specifically like at the enrichment stage, like only, and boy, that data agent can do a lot of work all throughout. Maybe the hardest working one if you understand your data model and data architecture, but that's the hard part, not necessarily what the agent can do for you. But I think that's like, I'm interested. This one got my attention. See prospecting agent email drafts in your activity feed.
Yeah, that's not on mine.
What is it? New activity tracked in a sales rep's feed when the prospecting agent finishes drafting an email for an enrolled contact.
Why does it matter? Reps need visibility into when the prospecting agent has prepared outreach so they can quickly review and send emails from the same activity feed where they already work, reducing missed opportunities and streamlining their workflow. So the idea of this, and I haven't done a whole lot of prospecting agent myself, but the idea here is right now you'd have to go into prospecting agent to kind of review. So instead of changing that experience, prospecting agents doing things in the background and you're able to work from the surfaces you already are used to.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's easy to click into that from there. But yeah, this moment of like, if you can drive rep activity to like just live on the contact record, like if you're trying to build a relationship with a human being, like be on the human being record, not anywhere else in the CRM. And that's always been challenging as just the robust functionality of the platform. Like if you want to see scoring or you want to see anything that's happening in their journey, it's been hard to see that in the single view. And they're bringing all that in. This one specifically, really, you just want to be alerted that like this is happening. But the moment of just like the bringing all the context together and making it easy for folks to because if you have to go to the prospecting area, now you're missing all the context, like from the contact record itself, to be able to make changes or decide go or no go. So bringing that into the contact space will be huge.
There are some ones from Friday I don't think we covered that are piquing my interest as well. Specifically, set maximum marketing contact limits, as I know that's a pain point I work with a lot of teams on.
I'm surprised that didn't jump to the top of the list on Friday.
I don't think it was there when we.
Oh, really?
Oh, this is why I don't like Friday's updates on Friday. Chris knows.
Hey, we need to, if it's on this list, it's game to cover.
Well, that's good news because we can spend the rest of the day talking about how did they title it? you know which one I'm. Associations as lookup properties.
Oh,
But let's talk
yes.
about marketing context limits. I agree with Casey. Like that has long been an oversight and continues to be a pain for so many people of like, yes, there are warnings as you get close, but you get a rogue import, or you get, this has happened to several, several clients that I've had over the years of like, oh, somebody ran an ad campaign on Facebook with a lead form, and it's an account that was connected to HubSpot, but the leads were meant to go to another system in R, but they also are generated in HubSpot. And all of a sudden, you're like chugging along, you're at 75, 76, 77% of your marketing contact limit. And it's like, okay, it's time for like let's revisit our quarterly strategy. And then somebody's like clicks go on a just broad nationally targeted campaign. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, 30,000 new marketing contacts. Good luck with that invoice landing. And being able to have a check valve on that in the same way that we can lock down credits. It seems like somebody on the somewhere was like, hey, we can throttle credits. Why aren't we throttling marketing contacts for surprise overages?
Yeah.
And somebody finally was like, oh, right. That would help our customers not get furious.
Yeah. Note, this is in development. So forward-looking statement at the top, scheduled for release August 14th.
Yeah.
So
But
about 10
11
days.
days. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very fast.
indeed.
But they're not making any promises in the next 11
Right.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Could be a meteor. You never know what might happen.
yeah, this is like, feels like one of those things where like there was somebody begrudgingly hanging on to the fact that the number of marketing contacts is
Yes.
probably a moneymaker of some sort
Yes,
for
absolutely.
HubSpot. So
I mean, frankly, it feels like the kind of thing that somebody already wrote the code for, and it was just like sitting in an uncommitted branch, and they're like, we could solve this. Okay, yeah, August 14th.
yeah, putting my prediction hat on, like this could be another signal, like in association with reports coming down to starter. That's like the old ways of charging for HubSpot,
Yes.
like are transitioning like right in front of us. So that this is another classic thing that makes less sense when there's lots of different ways that we can reach out to folks via HubSpot, and a lot of them are not based on whether we want to send a marketing email or not. So yeah, that makes sense. I guess last week, Lookup Properties came out the day after your show, folks. And you have thoughts.
Well, and these thoughts are not anything that I have not discussed ad nauseum with PMs at HubSpot. But I know that there are. No, I don't. Rumor has it that there are some. There's work in progress to kind of bring some uniformity or unity or alignment or something between lookup properties and associations. But I think in the near term, this is just exposing functionality that existed at an API level only previously. You could use the API to create lookup properties, which is for our viewers, allows you to essentially put a list of, say, contacts on a company record, for example. So you could have a property called current CEO and make it a drop down of all the contacts in your CRM, and then you can choose the current CEO of the company from the list. It is fairly simple. It also is a different way to relate records than 99.999% of users have been using since the beginning of HubSpot, and trained on, and automations are built on, and so on, right? So like associating a contact to a company using the associations, the right-hand column, versus having a pick list, are very different, and from a limit standpoint, from a data model standpoint, the automation footprint very different, and I think there are absolutely like technical use cases that this can address, that association labels are a little clunky for. I put that not on. I think that's a problem with associations and association labels that needs to be resolved, not to backpedal to a 1994 access database level functionality in the data model, that introduces all kinds of other compromises and pros and cons. So like in the near term, I don't know, this is one of those things. It's like, if you're going to use this, you're either going to have to do a ton of work to migrate your association label approach to this approach, or you're going to end up with a split approach in the future, where you're like, oh, well, all of our existing, associations and everything, we will keep as is. But, for this, situation of like, who's the decision maker on this deal? Like, we'll create a drop down for each of those buying roles. That's maybe one of the best examples of where you might use this in a non-destructive manner, because deals are time bound and you need them once per deal. You don't want those to survive typically, like permanently on the company level, etc. But that's an example where this works better, and association labels are clunky, particularly. We don't go into all the technical reasons for this, but then you have like this mix and match of like, well, when you find out who somebody is, make sure you create their contact record and then associate with a company and then associate with the deal, because 80% of our like automations and reporting and everything are built on that. But then also go redundantly add them to this same property, and those pick lists. I haven't. This is a admit only beta, so I haven't tried it out. But
Yeah.
anybody who
I
has
think it
created a
plugs
roll-up
in.
property
Yeah.
is if the association mirrors, like, I haven't seen it, but
Yeah. I think like they're plugging into the current system, at least when I saw it. Like, they're definitely. The only thing I liked is that in the case you just described, it looked like it was going to be easier to build the associations and association labels than has been in the past, because it'll be a drop down under decision maker, that if they pick the association there, then it will create that association and association label, just as if it would have on the contact, like, association with the deal.
Yeah, I still maintain that is a near-term solution at best, because then you have, depending on what that automation looks like, you still have mirrored structures with the potential for drift, etc. Right?
Right.
But the other thing, and again, maybe they've improved this. Filters still need some work. Sorry, HubSpot team. But like,
So close there.
if you have 100,000 contacts in your CRM and you're trying to find Sam Smith to associate it with a deal, good luck. Or if you're on a sales call, it was like, whatever, Bill is in charge of that in purchasing, and you just, and that's all you get, right? And it's like, okay, great, Bill from purchasing. So just like create Bill no email, no last name, check LinkedIn, Bill at company name, purchasing, no. Okay, well,
Mhm.
I'm just going to create Bill because I need something, or I create nothing, and so then I don't have that information until later. You just have all of these scenarios where, you're in that example, contact data hygiene with data agents help needs to be on point for your 100,000 deep list of contacts to be searchable, filterable in any meaningful way when you're adding them as a lookup property. So
Yep.
I guess
Speaking
this
of
is the first step to like having a really powerful infrastructure there. But
speaking of new ways to use HubSpot, tomorrow, Ryan Ginsberg and I are going to be unboxing some Revenue Hub, specifically around contracts and billing, with Joe Warren. He's been doing a lot of work on the QuickBooks and Xero integrations themselves, but also a lot of third-party migration work happening related to the new contracts object. So join us tomorrow. We'll be unboxing with Joe. Pretty excited for that. 2 years ago, we did something on the QuickBooks integration once they started getting serious about that. So it'd be good to chat with Joe again there.
how do we get more information about that?
And go to this website that will be shared in the chat. And then look for us on LinkedIn. I know that like Ryan Ginsberg started to post a little bit about it. So Ryan Ginsberg's profile, my profile, will have the LinkedIn event information shortly. I guess I could have just scrolled down to this part where you could come over to the site, fill in the form, and add it to your calendar. You'll be good to go. Thank you, Oaks.
We're learning. We're learning every day.
Loading stuff like during the live content, just not good at it. What else gets your attention on this page?
There's one on my side that I don't see on yours, Chris. Credit consumption updates for data warehouse. It's major update from Friday.
Of course, it's not on mine as a major update. Credit consumption updates for data warehouse CRM syncs via Data Studio. So probably not on mine because I don't have Data Hub. What is it? Single source data warehouse integrations like Snowflake, BigQuery, Amazon S3, Databricks, Azure Synapse, and Amazon Redshift that sync directly to the HubSpot CRM without additional data transformation will no longer consume credits in Data Studio. If you choose to edit your warehouse data in Data Studio before syncing to the HubSpot CRM, those syncs will still consume credits. Here's what constitutes editing data in Data Studio: creating a new column, joining other data sources to your warehouse data before syncing, enriching warehouse data before syncing, building formulas and calculated fields, adding filters to your data set.
I can read. How does it work, I guess, or
You'd like.
I mean,
It's very
that
powerful.
seems like overkill to read it.
Okay. There's no why does it matter. I don't know what to do. What's my
Give
job?
yourself a break. I mean,
Finally, it's obvious. Like, no more credits. That's why it matters.
Yeah.
It's why it matters is like this. It's just talking about. I use Data Hub for some stuff, typically going the other direction, but it do bring some things in, though not from these big data warehouses on any projects right now, I don't think. But it does seem like if you were just pulling columns straight in and updating records in HubSpot, consuming credits for what's essentially just like a straight like a straight write to the records, similar to like calling updates via API or an import, a CSV import, not consuming credits. Seems like the long-term right move. I think that's a great update. Makes a lot of sense,
Yeah, it can be challenging to understand data flowing around and what costs credits, what doesn't. I like to bucket. I like to have 3 buckets. Like you're either creating data, like net new, you're managing, maintaining data,
Mhm.
or you just need to communicate data. Like usually the reason that you just want to bring data into HubSpot is so you can communicate it very easily. Usually your team isn't going to be in charge of that data. It's just sales wants order data. So we just need to bring the order data in so sales can communicate it, right? The moment you get to management and maintenance of the data or creation of net new data based on that data or not, like that's where it starts to cost money if you're going to use automation or specific HubSpot architecture features and functionality to do that.
Yep.
Can we also talk about one that I know will be exciting to Chris, which is the Microsoft Ads integration?
You bet we can. Microsoft Ads integration. Microsoft has ads. How about that? What is it? You can now connect your Microsoft Ads account to HubSpot to view reporting and attribution data alongside your other ad channels.
Why does it matter? Microsoft Ads is one of the predominant ad channels, especially since Bing Ads can act as a lower cost, higher ROI alternative for Google Ads. Microsoft often also offers high growth ad formats such as video and CTV, which with partnerships with Netflix, Max, Hulu, Roku, etc. Connecting your Microsoft why is this like turned into an ad for Microsoft Ads? But it's fine. Connecting your Microsoft Ads account to HubSpot will allow you to have all your ads data in one unified place. You can also view how many contacts have interacted with your ads and the ROI your ads and the ROI of your ads, associated deals, which cannot be measured using Microsoft Ads alone. I am particularly, I have honestly, I've not run Microsoft Ads in 3+ years, but I am excited to see this because I have seen this specific update be a blocker to teams using HubSpot's ads kind of all together, because if one of their main ad platforms was not able to be reported through that, then none of the rest of the reporting was as useful. So I think this is a big gap, and I'm happy to see it getting closed.
Yeah, same. The screenshot in that, showing Meta, Google, LinkedIn, TikTok, Microsoft, Reddit, ChatGPT. It's like, remember when there were only 3 there in HubSpot, acted like there were no other places or ways to run ads?
Yeah. I mean, I actually was really surprised when ChatGPT ads came before Microsoft ads. When I saw that did cross my, I was like, that's interesting.
Interesting. It is interesting.
I mean, I'm happy to point the finger at Microsoft for any delays or challenges related to
probably
HubSpot integration with Microsoft products.
Probably is, but a good gap to get closed. Whoever was the cause of it,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I didn't know Microsoft Ads did the high growth stuff like video and CTV. So that is probably more exciting than Bing Ads. Although I'm sure there's lots of people that are trying their hand at that as well.
How much do you think it would cost us what's the CPM on like getting another Orange Morning ads onto Netflix? Get some folks to.
Oh man, let's get our ICP documented first before
What do you
we.
mean? It's just like anybody who watches video would be interested in this.
Yep. Who watches the sci-fi high tech shows on
Mhm.
Netflix, like the target market? Um, do you have payments account public read API? Do
I do.
a new public API endpoint that lets you programmatically retrieve the payments account status for a HubSpot account, including enrollment status, payments eligibility, and transaction capabilities.
Why does it matter? Until now, partners and integrators had no programmatic way to verify whether a HubSpot account is set up for payments or what it can do. That made it difficult to build payments-related workflows or drive adoption without manual checks. With this new API, you can assess a HubSpot account's payment readiness on demand and use that status to power automated integrations and conditional logic.
So this
Just
is
go ahead.
for, so like if I wasn't sure if I wanted to engage in HubSpot payments for the Value First Team HubSpot portal, I would be able to access via API, whether or not it was even an option for me. Is that a correct read on this?
I mean, I'm reading it as it doesn't link out to. Let's check details. It doesn't link out to any API documentation. I'm reading this as checking whether payment accounts are configured on a portal and functional. So, particularly as like if you are setting up an integration or another system is determining like, okay, well, I guess I'd have to think about the larger workflow, but essentially like the external system is saying like, hey, our payment's set up and valid, whether it's like pulse check or set up an integration on the portal, right? Like, are we ready to receive payments or not? If not, throw an error so that somebody can solve it, or checking like, hey, did our setup work?
Okay. Yeah. It's like the payments enrollment status.
Mhm.
Something like, are we mid
Right.
asking HubSpot for the capability to do payments at all? Well, I just joined the beta, so I can learn more about it through my AI friends. Anything else you guys are looking forward to later this week? Do we know what hug we have tomorrow?
I don't off the top of my head.
There's like, I found that page, but now I can't. I don't know where it is.
Personalized navigation
Okay.
Oh.
is tomorrow. I'm pleasantly surprised by that topic and hoping that I can make it. HubSpot is making its main navigation customizable, and there are big implications for admins. Join Senior Product Manager Amanda Baker as she shows how the customization works and explains what controls you as an admin have over it.
Yeah, that's a long time coming. I had to spin up a test portal. I had to spin up a couple of test portals over the last couple of days, and it's the first time I've done a net new portal in a while. And boy, it's a starter. They're starter portals, but boy, is the default navigation different than I'm accustomed to from all of the longstanding portals that I am working in. So I think it's navigation is so critical for users to understand to form a mental map of the software that they are using, and for exposing features that would be useful but they don't have access to yet, right? Like
Mhm.
if you don't see workflows because you don't have access to them on your plan, you might assume like, well, there's no way to automate something in HubSpot unless then they get aggressive about like showing
Mhm.
other places in the interface, right? So like this is a really thorny problem because you also don't want to flood people with stuff that they don't use or can't use.
Yeah.
So like I think this is going to go a long way to making the tools easier for people to use.
Yeah,
Figuring
they
out
did
how to
mention
do
last
that.
week that they just updated the way that starter portals start. So I'm sure that's what you hit.
Yep.
Mhm.
Did you, as you did that, did you try to access any of the reporting or analytics features that are now available at the starter level?
I did not. I don't have any data on those portals yet, for one thing.
That was a big change last week,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think. Anything else we want to highlight before we send folks on their way to the week or to the month?
To the
We just
month.
got started.
Yeah.
Yeah. When's your next? You got like a podcast club thing this week, right?
Yeah, I had to reschedule my podcast club from last week because I didn't have electric on Wednesday. So we're doing it this week. It's at 1 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. It's, I would say, inspired by the Women of HubSpot Hug, but I had a couple people reach out to me that were not HubSpot users who were wanting to get involved with it, but it's a HubSpot Hug, HubSpot user group. So looking for ways to connect with more women who have confidence gap issues, concerns, and just kind of connecting with women in business settings. HubSpot users or not.
Awesome. When is the next Women of HubSpot Hug?
The next Women of HubSpot Hug is August. When is it? August. This is fun. It's next week. It is August 13th, and that will be at 10 a.m. And we will be talking about Back to True. It's the last in our kind of Unbound main stage series, and then hoping to do an in-person meetup at Unbound for the Women of HubSpot too.
Awesome. But
Follow me
that's
for
going
more.
well. Indeed. All right, folks. Well, in that case, we wish you a happy Monday, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.